Connecting to clouds. Hi, everyone. It's Leah and Meghma here for our weekly energy reading where we check in with spirits and guidance to see what we're going to be facing and the best practices and stances and mental attitudes we can take to weather it or benefit from it the best. So, take it away, Meghma.
Yeah, interesting. So today, what is already different, and we just did our Wednesday class, and we were talking about how things are shifting for each one of us in such profound ways, probably for the first time in our lifetime in the respective journey that we are in. And today, while Leah, introduces this reading, I generally spread out the cards and pull it. Today, there was a peculiar behavior from the deck, which is, it was the card that was trying to slip away, was the one I had to pick, because it doesn't happen that I'm going to pick something and there is something that is trying to slip away and I'm caught. So that's peculiar today. So it tells me that it's important to look at triggers or situations or things that are just passing by, and they might like peak and disappear, and it's very easy to brush that off and get back to what you're doing. But there are messages out there, and since we are getting into a new frequency and a new level of ascension, this whole communication system that we have with spirit, by the way, we are in Mercury retrograde, so breakdown in communication is expected and to be dealt with. It teaches us a lot of patience and trust in ourselves and each other. So anyway, so that since we are changing frequencies with this new moon energy and the whole cyclic that we are in, the communication the spirit is going to be a little wonky, and that's why it's like slipping away, and you need to be a little more curious and open to receive the message that your guides are trying to send you. Yeah.
That's great information. Thank you. So we all need to really pay attention to things that pop up but then go away, that they may be more important than we are like conscious of, and stay open. I love that.
Yeah. Okay, now to the cards. First, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And you see how like it's like slipping away, that there is this charge in the air. And I don't know if you can tell it from watching the video or what, but there is a wild charge in the collective, and it might feel like you don't know where to put this energy, and even can spin you off into feeling anxious because don't know what to do with this, and there is like very fast electrifying energy within you that is rising. So we have Seven of Pentacles, we have the moon, and it's wonderful because today we are in a new moon too, and we are entering this new cycle, and this new moon is very significant to the grounding of the new paradigm and new art into our reality. And finally, we have Four of Wands. And if I am remembering correctly, this is again a card that's been repeated from the last reading. So wonderful. Again, the celebration, the community. This is like a communal building, and there is celebration, and there is fruits and abundance around it. It's very happy. vibes. And this is like the pillar of the new art, the community, the doing things together, receiving blessings together, attaining enlightenment together, and really accepting and understanding and respecting the fact that doing it alone will not put you up on some kind of pyramid scheme or up a ladder or a pedestal. So it will just leave you lonely. And that has been like what we have been told in the old paradigm, that go ahead of everybody, leave others behind, and you have to be top of the world to be loved and respected by whom? People you just trampled over to get there. But that's stupid. So so yeah, that's also a paradigm shift. We are realizing and practicing that we do it together or we do not, because it doesn't make sense otherwise. We are a whole, so we are feeling that oneness. Going back to the Seven of Pentacles, it's the card of patience and endurance. This is like, you know, your strawberry needs 3 more days to be ripe, but you're itching to pluck it and eat it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let it grow. Let the universe work on it. Let it feed the source, feed it, and make it ready for your, the best experience when you consume it or you receive it. So there is, what is that saying, Leah? About waiting, the fruits of waiting are sweeter or something like that. But yeah.
Well, the other thing is the farmer will tell you he never goes out in the middle of the night and tugs on the new shoots. Doesn't do it. That's not how to make them grow faster.
Woo! I love what you said, because there's a deeper message here. With the full new moon energies, and basically the moon and the subconsciousness and the seeds that we have planted in our subconsciousness, yes, don't go and tug on those. It's the perfect, like the farmer analogy was so perfect, because there we have planted the seeds in the soil of our subconsciousness, and the light that is coming in right now, the energy is fertilizing it. It's what it needs to absorb that right now. So don't go and poking and prodding that
And
stuff.
don't be surprised if water is called forth from your eyes and your heart, because the seeds need to be watered. So expect tears right now and try to experience them joyfully. When you cry, you can be feeling deeply bereft, you can be grieving, but there is a beauty in fully embracing those feelings and allowing them to pass through you fully, and then to be present for what is available afterwards. Because tears are transformative, no less than flame is transformative. And we need to allow these emotions to pass through us fully for us to, first of all, have space inside for new things, but also because it's part of the healing process to take an emotion through all of its phases, not to get stopped and stuck in one place.
Amen to that. And I'll just demonstrate how connected to you are with the collective and the spirit communicating with us. We talked about the water and the emotions, and it's already coming up in our moon card, right? We will be guided by the waters of our subconsciousness and emotions, and as we learn about them, let them come true and be honest about their story. Listen to their honest story. That's when we know where we want to put ourselves. We know what we don't want to tolerate anymore. and we want a shift. It's very important to feel the pain and not be numb to it, to know that you were in a place that was detrimental to you and you want to make a different choice you now. If you don't feel the pain, how will you make the choice to go to a different place that is not painful?
Can't.
And there were like two cards like peeking through the spread to add to the reading, and it's so in tune with what Leah said already about the emotion, the transformation of as you feel it and you transform the whole thing and it transforms you. So that is like the Temperance card, and this is such a beautiful and powerful card.
Wow.
And here in this reading, the waters of your emotion, and as you like, let it flow and transform and take the shape that it needs to, and then and then unleash your truth, unleash it and let it shine and come out of your light, come out of your hiding. It's so beautiful and so profound. And lastly, the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. And this is again grounding. So Temperance was balance, like achieving balance. So the moon is bringing up all these emotions, and you're walking in between that, and feeling it, but also not attaching to it and moving through the process. So there is a lot of balancing act and almost like a very delicate dance that you will be doing with the water of your subconsciousness. And as you go through this process, what you are doing is you will realize, even if you're moving and constantly shifting with the energies, you are deeply, deeply grounded with the earth. That's the Queen of Pentacles. And earth is our Garden of Eden. I know the Bible says differently, but if you really think about it, the place that gives us so much abundance, the medicine, the beauty, like have you looked at the sun or the fields and all? It's so breathtaking. Like, what else do you imagine heaven would be like, or Garden of Eden would be like? How much more do you need? It's, yeah. So to be grounded in that miraculous energy and the reality that we are tapped into, and we are again rebirthing after ages of darkness, we are rebirthing it. And that groundedness, that connection with Gaia and the new earth is again the pillar of the community. The what is so you being in this energy after going through this process is what is attracting your people towards you, so that you can create this community for yourself and thrive under one roof or flag or empire, whatever fancies.
What is that above the fruits?
It's an angel, but
Oh,
she
how
is
cool.
holding
Bent
her
forward.
feet.
She's bent forward and she's like hugging her knees almost.
Yes, and touching her feet. I
So
feel like
it's like
placing firm foundations is like planting your foundations. That's, that's what I see, but what do you see?
I'm not sure. Actually, I'd like for you to send me a copy, a picture of that card. I want to sit with that.
Yeah.
But go back to the card where there's like the golden butterfly wings. Yes. So what I want to also point out here is that when you are going through your emotional realm and you are going through that process, please note that these beautiful wings also at the same time look like they are shattered, like a shattered mirror, and they look like they're shattered ice. And sometimes we have to break apart to find ourselves, to find the energy that was trapped within. And that breaking, it's again the same message that I was saying, that you can be grieving and yet still have this beautiful sense of connection through your grieving. It's like this same thing of what we have to go through to find ourselves. It is not always like what you would consider beautiful, right? It's not always pretty. It's not always neat. And that's okay. You know, if you break into 1,000 pieces, it doesn't mean you're lost. It's like Helen Reddy says, don't mind if I fall apart. There's more room in a broken heart. And that
Wow.
is so true.
All right, then. I hope this channel guidance helped you guys this week, and can't wait to hear about how you are navigating and how you're healing this Sunday in our support group at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. See you in there. Happy Ascension.
We love you guys. Have a great, great week. Bye.